remember, whenever I think about priesthood and religious life, I think about, Mark 3:13. That is our calling. Mark 3:13. Jesus called his disciple whom he liked, whom he wanted to be with him. That is the first sentence. To be with him is the first mission. Then comes to be sent out to preach the word of God, to cast out devil. All that ministry comes secondary. That's why I said ministerial priesthood, it comes secondary. The first thing, to be with him, and that is religious life. You ask our religious sisters, what is their profession? You ask any religious person, the first important thing, to be with him. And if you forget that, you forget all the ministry. You may do so many things. You may preach the word of God. You may cast out devil. You may work miracles and miracles after miracles. But if you cannot be with him, all that things come secondary. So the first thing, whether you preach the word of God or you work wonders, the first thing is this, to be with him. That is our call, and that is religious life. And if you are a priest, of course, you need to be with him too. Unless you are with him, you cannot be a instrument whom he may use. You may work so many things for your satisfaction maybe, but if he wants you to be his instrument, first thing, your response, to be with him. And I think, and that is my first call, to be in religious life. Then comes priesthood.
Now, Father, as you said, you have chosen religious, and that is your first choice over priesthood also.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming also, since you spoke about St. Francis of Assisi, he is your role model.
Yes.
Right? So do you go out in the mornings on the rooftop and keep your hand out, hoping that
Not really. But whenever I this man is funny. Whenever if I be alone with the nature, I always think about this man. How, if he is there, how he would have reacted to the situation.
Right, yeah.
The birds are there, the trees, the cool breeze, gentle breeze, I must say. And what must be his response and what is mine.
Yeah. At the same time, you have also spoken that the brothers that you have got your inspiration from, they were simple, humble, and led a poor life.
Yeah.
Now with society progressing and everything, is it more harder for you to live a simple life with all the modern amenities? You have luxuries surrounding you all.
That is true. See, that is a very good question you asked. But wherever you are, the simplicity, the humility, the poverty, and all that is within you. It has nothing to do outside influence. Because it is your decision. You have decided. I have decided to become a poor or a simple or a humble Capuchin friar, not because since I am in a country called India or I am in Kerala. No. Wherever you are, it is I who decide, of course, through his grace. So wherever you go, he is there with me. And wherever you are, your decision still stands.
Now, just elaborating on that a bit, does living a poor life mean like I'll switch off my AC, throw off my bed and sleep on the floor just because that is how St. Francis...
It's very personal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very personal. See, you can have so many things all around you. So as you said, there is AC, because you cannot live without that in this country. But when you go back to your home, you need not carry all these things. It's not easy to carry AC, I know that. You cannot demand that you need to have all these things there too. When you go to a situation, when you are in a situation, you know who you are. You know what sort of life you need to follow, you need to lead. And people, they look at you. They are not just fools, all around you. They look at you. And if you are not leading a life which you profess, surely the Lord will question through them. So wherever you are, so it is your decision still stands.
So technically, would I be correct in saying that even though you may be surrounded by luxury, it's the way that you live your life. You need not throw out, as I said, the beds and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Live the life simple.
Yeah, live the life simple and
demand for
exactly luxurious. Exactly.
Rather than
right? It all depends on your aim and what is your commitment. And if your aim is to have all these luxuries, irrespective of your profession and your priesthood, you can have that. But where your commitment stands and to whom?
So to put it in another context, it's like if you go to someone's house and if somebody gives you biryani, somebody gives you a dry piece of rice, you accept it without demanding anything. You don't go and demand a dry piece of bread just because I'm living a simple life. Am I correct in that?
Yes, this is regarding food and all, and, and the people here know what is my taste.
Okay.
So, and if they come to know all this, it will be a problem for me too. I don't go for all these big things.
Exactly. No, that was my point. You take whatever is given to you. You don't demand or you don't want to.
Exactly.
Thank you for